Okay, so here we are. I'm here with Willis, who is the director of Puoi, selected for our international short film competition, and I welcome him in our short Q&A. And I thank him for making us screen his film, which is incredible for us. So thank you for that. And
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so honored and excited to be a part of the festival. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Hopefully next time in person, live, we will host you. And actually, it is the second time that we host some film that involved you, because 2 years ago we have presented Gay Chorus Deep South, the first
Yeah.
film where you have been working on after the university, I guess. And so it's nice also because it has received a special mention in our competition, so that it's good to see you back at the festival. So
Yes. Yeah. That's a very special film. I loved being a part of that. Really incredible film.
So the first thing that I want to ask you is related to the film, to your short film, Pool Boy, is about the genesis of the film. So basically, there is River Gallo, the main star of the film, who has just changed his name to Star, and it's the story of an approach between a cisgender guy, a rich guy, and this. Non-binary person, which is actually working for his parents. So I wanted to know where the idea came from and what is the genesis of the film.
Sure. The film kind of came from a hike one day. Honestly, I was hiking in Yosemite National Park in the middle of COVID. And I was thinking, I had just had several projects canceled because of COVID. And I was feeling, this was in June of 2020. I was feeling the world was everyone was so angry. Even people who agreed with each other fully were somehow managing to just always be fighting with each other and angry with each other. And everyone was hurting so much. And I thought, what story could I tell that could bring a little bit of hope, a little bit of healing, and maybe give people a breath of fresh air to feel joy, to feel, like there are places in the world and there are opportunities in this world for us to do the right thing, the better thing, because we've been inundated so much over the past 2 years with everything that's going wrong. Everywhere we turn, there is just a headline somewhere. Someone's capitalizing on our sort of like our love of drama, and creating a mindset for people that all is lost, and the reality is all is not lost. We can be better, and we just need to see that on the screen. We need that as a roadmap on the screen of how we can be better.
Wow, thank you. A message of hope finally in those difficult years. And in fact, I think one thing that I wanted to ask you is that you were talking about hope. So I wonder if, aside from the obvious artistic value of the film, there is also some kind of political message in the film, not just related to hope, but you also could consider it a kind of militant film in the LGBT community, or for the LGBT community.
The film is not hitting you over the head with issues, but it is very clearly addressing the issue of fetishization that we do to the trans community. We continually fetishize them, and we make it so that even in films that are representative of the trans community, we tell films where they have to learn to love themselves. They have to learn to be loved by their community, their own community, and we still refuse to let them see themselves fall in love with the hot guy. Why can't, and they still are represented as the secret mistress, or the secret, you know, the dirty little secret, or the sex worker. And I think that it is so important to make a film where the trans character doesn't have to change. Nothing about them has to change. They are who they are, and they are valuable and worthy of love simply for being who they are. The person who has to change is the straight guy, the straight white guy, who's struggling with the idea of, do I love the person that I love, or do I pretend to love the person that everyone around me wants me to pretend to love? And, you know, if we all just followed our hearts and we all just embraced that we all experience a full spectrum of attraction that is way outside the hetero norm, then the world, you know, these other communities, these little communities wouldn't be so heavily marginalized.
So thank you for that also. And the other thing is also related to River Gallo, who is an actor, but also an activist. I wanted to know, first of all, how did you manage to get in touch with them? And maybe in some way they affected also the writing process of the film or the filmmaking process of the film. So what did they give to the film aside from the performance itself?
Yeah, well, River is also a very talented writer and director in their own right. They wrote and directed the film Pony Boy, which was at Tribeca Film Festival in 2019, same time as Gay Chorus Deep South. And the two of us actually went to USC Film School together. Although we did not know each other there, we met each other through mutual friends from USC about 2 years ago. We ended up doing a project together. And I remember just being so captivated by River's presence. We did this one small 2-minute project. And I just remember in that 2 minutes that it was just a really captivating performance. They really hold the screen so beautifully. And I think that when I was generating an idea for a film that could offer hope, River was the first person most front of my mind, because they were someone that I knew I had access to and could work with, and I knew how phenomenal they were. I knew I wouldn't have to go through an audition process, which during COVID is not the safest thing, to be meeting with strangers in a room. And so I wrote this story for River Gallo. I mean, from page one, River Gallo was always the lead of this film.
Wow, so hopefully next time I will be able to invite the two of you together.
Yes.
And the last thing that I wanted to know is about your next projects, because I know that you're in the process of writing your first feature film. So you want to tell us something, and also tell us if it will always be related to LGBT teens or what?
Yeah, sure. I don't know about always, but right now it very much is. I feel that there is finally a market for queer content that I wish I could have seen when I was a kid growing up in the 90s. I spent my whole childhood going to movies and pretending that I was watching queer couples when I was really just watching, Leo and whoever the hot girl he was falling in love with in that movie, and I think that it's such a wonderful thing to finally have that space available to us that I'm really enjoying doing it. So I am working on a feature, and I'm in the development stages for it, and it is actually based on my last short film called The Summer House, and it's queer, and it's a suspense thriller. But a suspense thriller that uses that genre more allegorically to also find a way to provide healing and processing of shame and trauma from childhood.
Okay, so we really hope to be able to see the film, I don't know when, in a couple of years maybe, I guess. Something like that.
Hopefully.
So thank you again for your time, and good luck for the competition, for the next festivals around the world, because Puoi is traveling so much in the world, and we're very happy for that. And see you in Italy for the next film then.
Yes, I hope so. I can't wait. I missed traveling to Europe and Italy so much.
Wow. So thank you for your time and for your film, really.
Thank you. Thank you for having it.
Thanks. Bye.